Namaskar, good evening. I request Mr. Vikas Singh, President SCBA, and Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President SCBA, to kindly escort Honorable Mr. Chief Justice Bhushan Ramkrishna Gavai, Chief Justice of India, along with Mr. R. Venkatramani, London Attorney General for India.
Yes. I welcome Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court, Honorable Retired Judges of the Supreme Court for gracing this occasion. I welcome Mr. R. Venkatramani, London Attorney General for India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, London Solicitor General of India, and all the London officers and members and the senior members and colleagues of the bar. And also welcome Mr. Vipin Nair, President SCORA. I request Mr. Sushil Kumar Tomar, Joint Treasurer, SCBA, to come forward and present bouquet to Honorable Chief Justice of India. Now I request Ms. Samta Pushkarna, Member Executive, to come forward and present planter to Honorable Chief Justice of India. I request Mr. Rohit Vats, Member Executive SCBA, to present bouquet to London Attorney General for India. I request Ms. Smriti Kumari, Member Executive, to present planter to Honorable Chief Justice of India. Sir, it is an honor and a moment of immense pride for all of us to felicitate a remarkable judge, a humble leader, and true people's person, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Bhushan Ramkrishna Gavai. Your Lordship journey is truly inspiring. You have reached the highest post in the Indian judiciary through hard work, honesty, and deep commitment to the law. And yet, even after reaching this height, you have remained humble and grounded. As there is a saying in Marathi, उच्च शिखरावर झेप घेताना मुलाशी लाल जो लेवी ठेवावी. It means, even while climbing to the highest peaks, one should stay connected to their roots. This perfectly describes your Lordship, high in position but humble in nature. On your very first day as Chief Justice, you restored the practice of letter circulation. This was a request from the bar that was pending for quite some time. Understanding the practical difficulty of advocates, your Lordship took the progressive decision of keeping the registry open on all Saturdays to help the member of the bar manage their work more smoothly. When the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association raised concern regarding lack of space and growing needs, considering the strength of the SCBA has now crossed 22,000 advocates, Your Lordship not only listened to us patiently, but agreed to constitute a committee to look into additional space allocation for bar members. This shows how much you value dialogue, respect the role of the bar, and believe in strengthening the institution, not just through judgments, but also through compassion and understanding. Your Lordship, we have always seen you as calm, kind, and fair judge, someone who listens to juniors and seniors alike with the same respect. Sir, you are not just the Chief Justice of India, you are the people's Chief Justice. You have shown that leadership is not about power, but about service. On behalf of the entire bar, we express our heartfelt gratitude, respect, and congratulate you on this moment of achievement. With this, I request Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President SCBA, to kindly deliver his welcome address.
Honorable Mr. Justice B.R. Gavai, Chief Justice of India, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court, Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learned Attorney General for India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, Learned Solicitor General of India, other law officers, Shri Vikas Singh, President SCBA, Pragya Baghel, Honorary Secretary SCBA, Mr. Vipin Nair, President SCORA, Mr. Amit Sharma, Vice President SCORA, Mr. Nikhil Jain, Honorary Secretary SCORA, senior advocates and my fellow colleagues at the bar, a very good evening to you all. On behalf of the whole executive committee, I welcome you all. Today we have gathered here for the felicitation function of Honorable Mr. Justice B.R. Gavai, Chief Justice of India. He was born on 24th November 1960 in Amravati, Maharashtra, and studied at a primary municipal school in Amravati, and thereafter studied at Holy Name High School in Mumbai. After earning degrees in commerce and in law from Amravati University, joined the legal profession in 1985 and started working with Mr. Raja S. Bhosle, former Advocate General and Judge of High Court. He practiced independently at Bombay High Court from 1987 to 1990. After 1990, he practiced mainly before the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court and was standing counsel. He was standing counsel for Municipal Corporation of Nagpur, Amravati Municipal Corporation, Amravati University. He was appointed Assistant Government Pleader and Additional Public Prosecutor in the High Court of Judicature at Bombay Nagpur bench from August 1992 to July 1993. Later, he was appointed as Government Pleader and Public Prosecutor for the Nagpur bench on 17 January 2000. He was elevated Additional Judge of the High Court on 14 November 2003. On 12 November 2005, he became a permanent judge of the Bombay High Court. After serving as a High Court judge for 14 years, he was appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court of India on 24th May 2019. And on 14th May 2025, he was sworn in as the 52nd Chief Justice of India. He is a very popular person wherever he either practiced or was a judge, be it this court, Bombay High Court, Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court or the Aurangabad bench of the Bombay High Court. All the advocates coming from there or over here have something good to say about him, the way he conducts his court. Though Justice Gavai wanted to become an architect, but his father, late Shri R.S. Gavai, who led the Republican Party of India faction and had been an MP and Governor of Bihar, Sikkim and Kerala, wanted him to study law. When his name was recommended for the post of High Court judge, his father told him, if you remain a lawyer, you will only chase money. But if you become a judge, you will walk the path of B.R. Ambedkar and serve the society. He has given many landmark judgments and was part of Constitution bench related to electoral bonds, Article 370, demonetization, and has repeatedly emphasized on the personal liberty of a person. And in his judgments, especially emphasized repeatedly, like in Manish Sisodia case, that bail is the rule and jail is the exception. Justice Gavai has always believed that bar and bench are equal stakeholders. Justice Gavai was member of the Chamber Allotment Committee when 500 lawyers were allotted chambers in D block in additional building complex. And a demand to build cubicles on ground floor, first floor and third floor in D block was accepted. He was also part of the judges committee when the decision was taken to give this auditorium to the bar for their function 3 years back, where we are having this function today. In fact, he said that time when in the Bombay High Court courtroom can be given for the lectures organized by the bar, then why can't this auditorium be given to the bar for the functions in Supreme Court? He likes to take the bar in confidence whenever there are infrastructure issues related to bar. 3 years back when I was secretary of the bar and Justice Gavai was part of the building committee of the Honorable Judges, the project opposite Court 10 was shown to the then executive committee, also where new courtrooms would be made and a bigger library, waiting areas, canteen for the members of bar would be there. Before taking any major decision as a CJI, Justice Gavai likes to take the full court in confidence. After taking over as CJI, the decision was taken in full court to have the practice of letter circulation again, which was creating a problem for the members of the bar, and removing glass ceilings in front of Code 125. We are also informed that a tender has been issued by the Supreme Court to improve the Wi-Fi facilities in the Supreme Court, which should be done in next 1 month time. Recently, an issue came up due to difference of opinion between two honorable judges with regard to some mistake in filing by some members of the bar, and matter was referred to a 3-judge bench headed by the honorable CJI, and the matter was disposed of by the bench headed by CJI, accepting the apologies of the bar, and no action was taken against the lawyers. Sir, the bar has a lot of expectations from you, and we are very hopeful that soon our further demands would be met. During our meeting with the Honorable CJI, we requested that the auditorium in the high security zone be shifted somewhere else, and the place can be utilized for members' facilities like consultation, libraries on 2 floors. He assured us that he would discuss this in full court, sir. We are very hopeful that a decision would be taken on this issue very soon, sir. Construction of chambers in the 1.92 acres of land allotted to Supreme Court near ITO can be started, sir, at the earliest, as the place can easily have around 1,000 chambers for lawyers. As for last 2-3 years, the work has not started there. Sir, another request, if opposite Supreme Court there is Indian Law Institute and ISIL, if they can be shifted somewhere and we can have the whole place in Bhagwan Das Road for the Supreme Court complex, and actually that place can be utilized for chambers and other facilities for lawyers, sir. There is a Ayush Center in additional building complex Supreme Court, and what we are told that facilities are for the registry. Though Sare has said he is going to look into it if those facilities can be for SCBA members also, sir. So we are very hopeful that our demands would be met very soon, and soon decision would be taken on this. And on this, I wish you a very successful tenure as a CJI, sir. Thank you, sir.
I request Mr. Vikas Singh Senior, President SCBA, to kindly address the August gathering. I request Mr. Venkatramani Lani, Attorney General for India, to kindly address on this occasion.
After my young friend had a very applaud-receptive speech, I was wondering what is the Attorney General going to say. But then the captivating and enticing smile of Chief Justice Gavai, I was wondering how many hearts he would have stolen in the long years of his career, both in the High Court and here. And he'll continue to steal hearts before he leaves office. Welcoming all of you here, and the honorable judges, my brother Tushar Mehtaji, additional Solicitor Generals, office bearers of the Bar Association, etc. And my memory lane goes back to the time when Justice K.G. Balakrishnan became the Chief Justice of India. And I penned an article in solidarity with the appointment of Chief Justice, looking at the humble origins from which Justice Balakrishnan rose to the heights. But incidentally, I was looking at the lack of opportunity to rise up in the bar for the people belonging to the weaker sections of the community. While it is true that we have traveled a considerable distance in dealing with this problem, we still have a long way to go. I thought in Justice Balakrishnan's context, we were only looking at the symbolic gains of the success of the weaker sections of our nation. The inclination to the institution of justice, coupled with the political process and with the interplay of our attitudes to expand the scope for promotion of talents of deprived sections, all needs collective push. Chief Justice Gavai has come to adorn the position of Chief Justice at the time when all the above await a radical moment of change. I consider that Chief Justice Gavai is fully equipped to take up the above cause and give it the necessary momentum. I thought I will refer to the aspect of the matter only to emphasize how in the midst of all other responsibilities on his shoulders, and keeping in mind the remarkable judicial journey of Chief Justice Gavai, it must be deserved to be chronicled and talked about. 16 long years of judgeship in the High Court of Bombay, virtually in all benches of the High Court, and seen his remarkable contribution in almost all branches of law, like many honorable judges who have done. True to the spirit of the spectrum of contribution in the High Court, Chief Justice Gavai has its credit now as being part of several important constitutional bench opinions, ranging from liberty, criminal law, environment, education, and to independence of judiciary, many of which have impacted all functioning of public institutions as well as courts. I can recollect the incisive barrage of questions which were put to me by Chief Justice Gavai and Justice Ramasubramaniam when the Constitution Bench was hearing the demonetization case. All of us love to learn every day in court. And for me personally, it's a great opportunity for learning, pushed by those incisive questions, connecting law, interpretation, public policy, economic theories, and so on. The endearing qualities of Chief Justice Gavai, I'm told, have earned him a huge body of admirers, and like all of you here today, I am one of them. Today's event is a belated event. It should have happened soon after Chief Justice Gavai took over as Chief Justice. However, the warmth of celebrating the presence of Chief Justice Gavai is never belated. The responsibilities of the office of Chief Justice are huge. The contribution of the Chief Justice makes to all his responsibilities will deserve their special attention and appreciation, particularly when all the honorable judges of the court are not only seen, but in practice participate in the affairs of the institution. All of us have assembled to celebrate this transformation which has happened in the recent past. The Supreme Court Bar Association has many demands and concerns, and legitimately so. The open mind and readiness with which the Chief Justice Gavai, in the company of all the honorable judges, give attention to all the demands and concerns is reassuring. All of us do expect that the next 3 months will gift us with more memorable products from the chambers of the Chief Justice, and I will not venture to speak about any particular judgment or opinion authored by the Chief Justice Gavai. That will await a later day, when I would have done greater justice to portray him as yet another remarkable judge whose understanding and practice of equal regard and equality will be celebrated in the annals of the Supreme Court. I'd be incomplete in my talk today if I did not make a remark about the wonderful work Chief Justice Gavai has done heading NALSA. His observations in various fora in recent times on the importance of mediation has indeed triggered a wave of interests and commitments across the country. And many more, I think, would happen in the next coming months. I wish the Honorable Chief Justice a great productive tenure and sail with us and be happy with us, and hope we'll also be able to contribute in equal measure the way Chief Justice Gavai. Thank you so much.
With this, I now request Mr. Vikas Singh, President SCBA, to kindly address this August gathering.
Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Bhushan Gavai, Honorable Judges of this court present here today, Honorable the Attorney General of India, the learned Solicitor General of India, Mr. Hariharan, President of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, President of SCORA, Office Bearers of SCORA, Rahul Kaushik, our Vice President, Pragya Baghel, our Secretary, and other Executive Committee members of the SCBA, Executive Committee members of the SCORA. It's a matter of proud privilege for me to do this felicitation function for Justice Gavai. Justice Gavai was very reluctant to accept this felicitation function because he felt that better occasion will be when he demits office and I should speak about what he has done for the bar and for the institution rather than speak when he's entering office. I think he was a little apprehensive that I'll be making a lot of demands in this felicitation, and because of which he thought that it may put pressure upon him. But I must tell all of you today that making demand on a public platform like this is done when you are not sure that the Chief Justice will be responsive to your problems. if you are getting a response from the Chief Justice on every issue concerning the bar, then I don't see why a public platform should be used by me to make any demand. And hence I have decided that I will not make any demand, especially in view of the interactions that I've had with the Honorable Chief Justice of India since he has taken oath and the issues that we have discussed relating to the bar. And very soon, I'm quite hopeful that you will all get to know some very good news concerning the bar, where you will all come to know in the real sense that bar is an equal stakeholder of the institution. Up till now, Chief Justices have been saying that bar is an equal stakeholder in the institution, but it is mostly lip service. For the first time, we have a Chief Justice who actually means it and who actually gives that same kind of respect and concern with regard to the affairs of the bar. This is my last tenure as the president of the bar. The first tenure was a very, I would say, difficult tenure. In that tenure, we had a press conference by 4 judges of the Supreme Court. Unprecedented thing happened. They came out and they had some comments to make with regard to the functioning of the Supreme Court. And because of the press conference, there was an expectation of how bar should react to that press conference, and we accordingly immediately called a executive committee meeting and we discussed in detail. We passed a resolution. We made a press conference. Some of the important things which we said in the press conference were that there should be a roster system, there should be less and less arbitrariness in the allocation of matters to judges, and the most important, that the allocation by roster should be determined by a collegiality, by discussion rather than imposing your own mind. Most of that demand was accepted. We had also asked for a full court meeting to discuss the issues with the learned 4 judges had raised. Most of our issues had been accepted that year, but unfortunately not implemented in true spirit. We have seen thereafter Chief Justices using their power of master of roster to assign individual matters, which was never the intention. Once there is a transparent roster, then the matters will go by the roster for the category of matters which are to be assigned, and individual assignment should not happen. But I can assure you that whatever I have heard of Chief Justice Gavai and whatever I have seen him while functioning as the Chief Justice of India, he only considers himself as one amongst equals, and he only considers that whatever he does, it should be with collegiality, with discussion, with taking his brothers with him, which is what the institution is all about. I mean, it's not a one-man institution. And I congratulate Justice Gavai for that. My next 2 tenures, 21, 22, 22, 23, was basically the COVID times. And we were literally firefighting to keep the wheels of justice moving. We started the online system as a method to keep the wheels of justice moving. Most of us were not equipped to do the online system. Even now, I find a lot of high court judges are not equipped they are not conversant with the online system. They still want the physical files. A lot of our lawyers are not conversant with the online system, and accordingly, it was a difficult time for the institution. We had lawyers who were without work. The bar had to, apart from giving full cooperation to keep the wheels of justice moving, we also had to take care of our members. Members were in difficulty. Members were facing the medical problems. They were facing financial problems. But as a bar, we rose to the occasion and we could collect sufficient corpus to distribute amongst our members, especially the ones who didn't have any money to handle their daily needs, their rentals, their school fees, etc. And I'm happy to say that that period went off because of the active involvement of the bar in taking care of its members. During my 3rd tenure, there was an issue with regard to the chamber block construction. We were advised by the then Chief Justice, Justice Lalit, that since it's a government order, it can't be done by the Chief Justice on the administrative side, so you better file a petition. In that petition also there was a demand for making that Bhagwan Das Road as a part of the Supreme Court complex. Justice Lalit issued notice, but the next Chief Justice would not list the matter. 6 times it got listed, not taken up. 8 times mentioned to be listed, not listed. My third tenure was coming to an end. I could not contest for the fourth time immediately, and I knew if I don't escalate this issue, this land will be lost completely. So I actually escalated it only for the limited purpose that I want a hearing. I don't want any special treatment. I don't think the bar can be asking for any special treatment than any ordinary citizen of this country. But the bar definitely can be expecting to be treated equally like an average citizen of the country. If the average citizen's petition has to be listed, then why not the bar petition be listed? Anyway, the confrontation led to a call for a general body. But before we could call for a general body, the matter got listed. And a judgment was delivered. For the first time, and I'm happy to say that in my tenure, in spite of that confrontation and ultimately the problems that I had to face because of the confrontation, a judgment was delivered. And the judgment said that bar is an equal stakeholder, and whenever any infrastructure development is to be done in the Supreme Court, then the bar is to be consulted. Now, this is the law of the land. Then a museum is constructed. The bar is not consulted. And bar is not the only people not consulted. I mean, there are people, other stakeholders who should have been consulted. Nobody is consulted. A high security area is utilized for the purpose of a museum, spending, 20-30 crores of rupees without any tender, and there nobody can come. There is no visitor who can come because that's a high security area. People enter there for their matters. Lawyers are there to do their matters. They don't have the time to visit a museum. So there is no footfall. And that museum was constructed at a place which is the need of the hour of the bar. When we go, there is no lunch room for us. I've been crying for a lunch room for so. And sir, this is not a demand. This is just a history that I'm narrating. So we don't have a proper lunch room. We don't have, in library 2, there is no place for us to sit. People stand. Seniors also stand. They don't have any place to sit there. So this is how the third tenure ended. But another good thing which happened in my third tenure was that Justice Gavai was part of the building committee, and when the new building was to be come by then immediately, so we were consulted, and there was a decision to have a nice, decent office for the president of the bar in the new building. And we were also shown by Justice Gavai, and I remember Justice Suryakant, both of us, we sat with them, and we were shown that plan that year, that this is the new building which is coming up, and this is how you'll get a new executive committee room, a president's office, a secretary's office, etc. In fact, Justice Gavai remarked that your office will be as big as the office of the Chief Justice of India, which I thought is appropriate because the president of the bar is a very important authority as far as the institution is concerned. When foreign dignitaries meet the Chief Justice of India, they want to meet the president of the bar also, and there is no place where the president can host them. So after my third tenure, I thought I'll not contest till the new building is ready. So that is why I didn't contest. Next year I was not permitted to. Thereafter also I didn't contest. But then I realized that I have faced the worst of the Supreme Court. Why should I keep myself away from the best of the Supreme Court? According to me, this is the golden period for the Supreme Court. And when I say golden period, I don't mean golden period only for the bar. That is not what I'm talking about. Golden period means what does the nation expect from this institution, and what does the average litigant expect from the institution? The nation expects, or a litigant or a lawyer expects, that the rule of law will be given primacy. Rule of law will be fundamental to every action to be taken by the judges or while deciding matters. We have seen that Justice Gavai has no problem in ticking off any government whatsoever. For example, in the bulldozer justice. You may be a criminal, you may have committed a crime, but you have no right that your house should be demolished singularly out of the other houses which are all illegally constructed only because you are in conflict with crime. There has to be a system which should be followed uniformly. Similarly, in every aspect of the matter, whether it be the electoral bond, Justice Gavai was part of the bench which decided the electoral bond matter. Internet curbs, when Jammu and Kashmir had this problem of internet being completely shut off for a long period of time, he said this can't happen indefinitely. It has to be reconsidered, it has to be recalled, and it has to be decided. Then strict adherence to the separation of powers principle. He believes in the fact that judiciary has a limited role as far as the entire national affairs is concerned. He believes that the role of the judiciary is basically an adjudicatory function. You don't take over the functions of the government. You don't start running the government. The third is personal liberty. If there is a personal liberty involved, then Justice Gavai has gone out of the way to grant bail and even comment that the order of the High Court is perverse, like in the case of Chista Sitalwad. He said the order of the High Court is perverse. The reasoning is perverse, and he granted bail here. Manish Sisodia, he granted bail, and even on public platforms, he has taken the very clear view that our jurisprudence has bail as the rule and jail as the exception, but unfortunately the same is not being followed. Then, of course, respect for the bar. We all come here to earn a living, but not at the cost of our self-respect. We don't want to be treated in a manner which doesn't behove of our profession. And I give full marks to Justice Gavai that he's one of his court behavior, and during his tenure, we expect that this respect for the bar that he has started, this feeling that he has started, I'm sure the golden period will not end with Justice Gavai. Justice Suryakant is sitting here. I will also have the opportunity to be in his term and have the benefit of the golden period. And that is why I said, even though it is my last term, but I must not miss out the golden period. And that's why I decided to contest. And then the fifth quality, which is again a very important quality for a Supreme Court judge, or in fact for anybody in the justice delivery system, is having empathy. Empathy for the poor, for the weaker sections of the society. Justice Gavai has decided that even in scheduled caste, scheduled tribe reservation, there can be a creamy layer exclusion. Now, when this judgment came, there was a huge criticism that some kind of a new law is being laid down. But I think this is and for somebody coming from that same community to say that, I think it's a very, very bold step taken by Justice Gavai. So, all these five qualities, which are the most important qualities which we expect from the Chief Justice of India, and because of the leadership of Justice Gavai, we expect from the institution, entire institution. I felt that I will not miss this period of his Chief Justiceship, and I decided to contest. I will now close my address by only wishing Justice Gavai the best of this tenure, and we will of course give our full cooperation for everything every bold step that he wants to take in furtherance of improving the institution. And I am sure, without my making any demand, our demands will automatically be met because of his empathy for us. Thank you.
Before I call Chief Justice of India, I want to narrate a small incident which has been circulated widely in the WhatsApp group of our legal fraternity. During morning mentioning, a young lawyer made his way to the front of the packed courtroom in court number 1, he mentioned, "Your Lordship, this is my first reported judgment of my life," he told the Chief Justice. "I had argued the case, but my name is not there. It is possible. Could it be included?" Chief Justice, Justice Gavai, turned to the court master and asked for the lawyer's name to be noted. As the lawyer began to spell it out, the Chief Justice of India quietly said something that lit up the entire courtroom without raising his voice. "Do one thing," he told the court master. "I will include not only his name, but also his argument and submissions." For one young member of the bar, it was a moment that will last a lifetime, now is not just in a memory, but in the books. With this, I request Honorable Chief Justice of India to kindly address this august gathering.
My esteemed brother and sister judges, the honorable former judges of the Supreme Court as well as the High Court, Mr. Venkatramani, the learned Attorney General, Mr. Tushar Mehta, the learned Solicitor General, the other law officers representing Union of India, Shri Vikas Singh, the President of SCBA, Shri Rahul Kaushik, the Vice President, Ms. Pradnya Baghel, the Secretary, the other office bearers of the SCBA, Mr. Hariharan, the President of the Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Vipin Nair, the President of SCORA and all the other office bearers of SCORA, the learned senior advocates, designated, non-designated, and the members of the Supreme Court Bar Association. As Mr. Vikas Singh has said that I was somewhat reluctant to come for the felicitations. I told him that I would rather come here on 21st of November and address the bar. But somehow, though he said that he did not want to make any demands, but I knew the purpose of having a felicitation function. So immediately before the vacations, or rather during the vacations, he had sent a charter of demands, and he had sought for time, but then I was away in UK and Scotland and Italy. And after coming back, I had given them time, and we had discussions, and at that time he insisted that you have to come for the felicitations. So with great reluctance, I accepted. So it was first decided on the first Wednesday immediately after reopening. But vis major, I was hospitalized and that got postponed. Then it was again fixed on last Wednesday, but then Justice Suryakant had convened a very important meeting of all the Chief Justices and the senior judges of the Supreme Court online, and it again got postponed. So I was just praying that something like that would happen today also, and then I would say that now the 3 chances are over, and I will come only on 21st of November. No doubt that I will be coming on 2 more occasions when next week we are felicitating 4 of our new colleagues, and maybe in the next month something more. I'm really grateful to the members of the Bar Association, members of the SCBA. I got a lot of love and affection from all of you in the last 6 years and more. As a matter of fact, I have always considered the bar and bench to be equal stakeholders in the institution of administration of justice. They are like 2 wheels of a golden chariot of the institution of administration of justice. You span one wheel and the efficacy of the entire chariot comes to a standstill. And therefore, whenever I got an opportunity, right from the period when I was a judge of the Bombay High Court, and I got an opportunity to be chairman of the Infrastructure and Building Committee. So one of the first decisions that I had taken was that whenever new buildings are to be constructed, the president and the secretary of the Bar Association would be part of the committee which will finalize the plans for the building, so that the needs of the members of the bar, the needs of the members of the needs of the litigants who are coming to the court, including the physically challenged and specially able persons, are taken into consideration. Insofar as the demands of the bar are concerned, even before the charter of demands had come, immediately after I took oath on 14th of May, in the very first meeting that we had convened on 16th of May, we had acceded to many of the requests, as all of you know, and I must say that all of my colleagues were and also are on the same page insofar as the issues concerning the bar are concerned. Insofar as the other demands made by the president and the other office bearers, even before I met them in the vacation, I had already started working on them, and I believe that the Chief Justice is only the first among the equals, and the Supreme Court should never be a Chief Justice-centric court. It has to be a court of all the judges, it has to be a court of the members, and therefore I believe in a democratic functioning. So whatever decisions we take are the decisions of the full court, and as the Mr. Vikas Singh has referred to, I have already entrusted the job to one of my two colleagues, Justice Narasimha, and the baby judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Chandorkar, and I think that they have already granted an audience to the members of the Bar Association yesterday. I will not promise you anything, but I will, on behalf of all of my colleagues, I can only assure you that we will look at all the demands in a positive manner, and we will always consider that the bar is an equal stakeholder, as all of us, as has been mentioned by Mr. Rahul Kaushik, that myself and Justice Suryakant and Justice Maheshwari, we had resolved the issue of the allotment of the chambers, which was pending for almost 2.5 years after the chambers, 5 years after the building was concluded. And I think it took only a second or third meeting for three of us and all the members of the association to come to a logical conclusion and take the issues to the logical end. Similarly, when the bar was denied the permissions to occupy the auditorium, and even the farewell functions, I still recollect when Justice Indu Malhotra was given a farewell, the pendal was started. It was a heavy monsoon, and the pendal was started percolating with the water, and the chief guest, Justice Indu Malhotra, she was required to be given a chhatri, umbrella, so that she doesn't get wet. And Justice Nariman, because I think the Chief Justice of India had not come to the function, so Justice Nariman spoke on behalf of all of us, and when he was speaking, he ought to face the rainwater. And in Bombay, Nagpur, Aurangabad, wherever I worked, in Goa, in Bombay, we even give the court number 46, which is a central court, which is remembered because the Tilak trial was held in that court. And the statement that Swarajya Mada Janmasiddha Hak Hai, the freedom is my birthright, was echoed in that court hall. So that is made available to the Bar Association even for having the lecture series of the dignitaries. The auditoriums at Aurangabad and Nagpur are offered to the bar without any charges, even for having the continuous legal education program for the lawyers. And I saw no reason to deny the members of the bar the same facility, and I'm grateful to the then Chief Justice who agreed to our suggestion, and this auditorium was made available. Likewise, when myself, Justice Suryakant, Justice Khanna, we were planning the building where the new building is to be constructed, we took the bar into consideration, into consultation, and so that the facilities which are to be provided for the lawyers, for the, like Mr. Vikas Singh said, that unfortunately we will never get to occupy that chamber because it is the last term. So we have provided for all the facilities, not only for the lawyers, but for also the litigants, for specially able, specially challenged persons. And insofar as the demands are concerned, I can only assure you that after the report comes from Justice Narchua and Justice Chandurkar, we will place it before the full court, and maybe I will have something to say about all that on 21st of November. I once again thank you very much for your warm affection, love showered upon all of you, and also to all the colleagues who have been very cooperative. I must tell you that in the last, what is it called, PWD, partial working days, somebody has coined that term. So in the first week, all my first five of us sat for 1 week, and then almost all the judges, they sat for, every week there were 2 or 3 benches. And I must say that with the cooperation of all of you and my colleagues, we have had the highest number of disposals during the partial working days in the last so many years. So I thank my colleagues, I thank all the members of the bar for their cooperation, and I am looking forward. I've already passed my 1/3 term, so in the remaining third term, I look forward for the same cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. To present a memento on behalf of SCBA to Honorable Chief Justice of India, I request Mr. Vikas Singh, President, Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President, and all office bearers and EC members to kindly join on the dais. Thank you, everyone. I request. Now I request Mr. Manish Dubey, Joint Secretary, SCBA. Thank you, sir. This group photo will be good for our memories also, sir. I request Mr. Manish Dubey, Joint Secretary, SCBA, to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Thanks, Pragya. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Justice B.R. Gavai, Chief Justice of India, for gracing this ceremony with his esteemed presence. His life and career stand as a testament to integrity, humility, and judicial excellence. From his early days at the bar to his elevation as Chief Justice of India, his dedication to constitutional values and social justice has left an everlasting mark on our legal jurisprudence. Today's newspaper headlines, "Lawyers cannot be summoned for giving legal advice to clients," sums up the persona of our Chief Justice. Sir, your presence here today is a testament to your deep respect for the bar and your continuous commitment to strengthening the relationship between bar and bench. You have always been pillar of support to the bar, and your readiness to engage and guide advocates has been source of encouragement for the legal fraternity. It's rare to find a Chief Justice who is not only known for his judicial wisdom, but also admired for his accessibility and empathy. Sir, you have consistently shown that you are always ready to help the bar, whether through institutional reforms, mentorship, or simply by being available to listen. Your humility and openness have inspired confidence and trust in the legal fraternity. I may say with great conviction that from onward, May 2025, a golden era has begun for our bar. Under your leadership and with the promise of equally supportive successors to the office of Chief Justice, we foresee a future where the bar will thrive professionally, ethically, and institutionally. This new chapter will go a long way in fostering mutual respect, collaboration, and progress within our legal system. On behalf of the entire SCBA, I extend our deepest gratitude to you. We are deeply thankful to all honorable judges of Supreme Court of India, Justice Deepak Verma, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Sri R. Venkatramani, Learned Attorney General for India, Sri Tushar Mehta, Learned Solicitor General of India, legal notary, senior advocates, and members of the bar who have joined us today to celebrate this occasion. Your presence adds immense value to this felicitation function. I also thank Mr. N. Hariharan, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, Mr. Sukumar Parjoshi, Ms. Rachna Srivastav, former BP, SCBA, Mr. K.C. Kaushik, Mr. Ranjit Thomas, former Secretary, SCBA, Ms. Neena Gupta, member, GICC. I also thank Mr. Vipin Nair, Mr. Nikhil Jain, and Mr. Eljo, and other office bearer of ISKORA. I extend my sincere thanks to Learned Secretary General Sri S.C. Mugante, registrars of the Supreme Court, and the media persons for their presence, and special thanks to Mr. Mukesh Singh and other EC members for their support in making this function successful. Please join us for high tea. Thank you. नहीं बोलना ही नहीं है।